Okay.
We'll grab a pen and paper. I'm still listening though.
Okay. So we're sugar detoxes this week. It goes right until Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, we hooray for a winner, and Tuesday we invite them to our fitness group. We're also going to invite them to our to our Black Friday sale, which our Black Friday sale, what I do know about it right now is that we're going to open the group right here in this week, and we're going to try to get people in right away. So your sugar detox people, anybody who has a pulse, basically, you'll be one-on-one inviting them, and I'll obviously put up a post, and I'll probably do a live video about it. But we have our best sales of the year on already. So like, it is honestly, no lies, right? It's literally the best time ever to sign up. I think that we haven't like nailed this down, so don't quote me on this, but I think what we're going to do is the gift card way again, because the sales are already on. We'll have a different variation depending on how big your package is of what gift card you'd get with it. And then, hey, Chris, and then it'll just be up to the coach, their person. They'll give the gift card, that kind of thing. It's just going to be open to our 2 downlines because otherwise it's too confusing, especially when it comes to giving gift cards and stuff like that. Okay, so what we're planning on doing is having the group open Monday the 25th. Wednesday, I hope my dates aren't wrong. Wednesday, we're going to do a pop-up. We're going to figure something out, some program or something, put it up as a package deal for 12 hours only, and have it as like a teaser to the Black Friday. So we want to have as many people in there as possible. We want to be talking about this. I think it's something you might be able to mention once on your profile, but for the most part, it's going to have to be mentioned in your stories. Otherwise, it's just not going to get seen and stuff, right? Friday, we'll have our Black Friday sale. So we will have maybe like 4 or 5 things populate like we did before, where it comes up every, here's the deal, here's the deal, here's the deal. Every so few minutes, comment on it, who your coach is, and they'll send you your cart. I have not even begun to create this because I'm doing the detox week right now, right? So I can't tell you exactly what it's going to look like, but we've done enough flash sales now that we know, right? So there'll be a sale on Friday. Will we give them till Saturday? Maybe. Why not? I don't know. But here's the thing. There'll be nothing on Sunday. Monday's Cyber Monday. So we will probably, so what we'll do is, like, say we normally would have 8 deals that we would give. Instead, we're just going to spread them out. So there'll be a deal dropped on Wednesday, only for 12 hours. There will be like a bulk of the deals will be dropped on Friday, and then we'll drop a few on Cyber Monday. And again, there's just such good deals on already that we'll probably just be doing something like you get a gift card if you sign up. And we'll also explain to them, hey, you're already getting like $150 off at least out of all the challenge packs right now. But again, I'll know more about that when the logic of this is, though, or the beautiful part of it is, this is the last week of November. We have some deals. We're having some promotions. You have something to invite to. You have something that's a really, really good deal for people. The Black Friday sales on the 29th. Cyber Monday is actually into December. So hopefully this, between the free group, the Black Friday sale, you can nail down Success Club for November. And then this should get you off to a good start, the Cyber Monday in December. So even just getting 2 points on the board with that. I did press record because I know people were like coming and going, so there's going to be a recording. Okay, so that's like the calendar plan I have. Where am I going from there in December? So December, I was planning on doing a 12 days of fitness thing, but I wasn't sure if I was going to do that in our challenge group, is where I usually do it. Then I was like, oh, maybe I should do it in my, or maybe I should do a free group like that. And I'm like, no, 12 days is way too long around the holidays. People are not going to have an attention span for that. The other thing I was thinking too was that we also have bar coming, and we're probably going to be doing a bar info group. So Holly's suggestion to me was, whoever we get in our flash sale, we actually turn our flash sale into our bar info group, and then we can add more people to it if we want.
So everyone's already able to
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we've already got some people in there. So I think the way I'm going to do it for December, as of right now in my head, I'm not going to do a free group in December. I'm going to do the 12 days of Fitmas, and I will post those somewhere where you guys can grab them too if you want to put them on somewhere, if you want to put them in your stories or something like that and kind of have a countdown. That's cool. I'm going to do them right on my like page. I'm just going to post them. If you have a group with customers, Debbie, I know you have a group with customers, that might be a nice place to do it. Or not customers, like community group. That might be something to do, something people can just kind of follow along with. Yeah, I think we're a little overwhelmed in the groups as it is with just like the last 60 and stuff. So I don't want to add that challenge in there this year. And I thought I might as well still provide it to like outside people. It's not going to hurt, give them some value. My narrative, I'm starting to talk about it now, is adding yourself to the Christmas list, because I think most women, especially my particular market of women, let's be serious, all women have everybody else on their list and they know exactly what they're getting who for, you know, probably already dropped a couple $100 on Christmas presents for other people. And, you know, they're like, oh yeah, like something for me. And it's like, well, maybe instead of getting something that I'm not going to use or something that I'm going to look at once or whatever, maybe I'm going to get something that I can have for the whole year, fitness, health, support, whatever. So that's kind of like the underlying theme behind what I'm going to be talking about and I'm starting to talk about. And then in between, I'm just trying to add lots of value. But my number one, why I'm kind of trying to push hard in November is so that we can do less work in December. That's like my goal. So it's really important. It's November 17th. Just a little less than 2 weeks left in November. If you work really hard in November, December and January can sometimes really take care of themselves. But if you're absent in November, and that's why I wanted to do this, because I wanted people to know, like, yeah, it's November 17th, tomorrow's going to be the 18th. It's not too late. It's not too late to work really, really hard for the next 2 weeks. And obviously you can't go MIA. I've watched that too many times. I've seen coaches go completely MIA over the holidays. And I'll tell you right now, like, say there's somebody who has mutual friends with me and January comes, who do you think they're going to sign up with? They're going to sign up with the coach who's showing up through the holidays. I don't post any, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day are all just family posts. And I don't really check in on my social media, but I do usually do yoga or workout or something just for me. And I'll probably do some stories, but like, you don't have to be like, you know, crazy around the holidays like that. But like I said, if you really work hard and are consistent, before we get to that point, you can afford to be less, I don't know what the word is, present? No, not present. You don't have to be like all over the place. Is what I wanted to say. So with that in mind, I'll tell you the second secret to why I've had usually really, really good December, January, February, March. The next, and somebody told me this and I don't remember who it was. I want to say Ellie, but I'm not sure. We've got how many weeks do we have for Christmas? 5 weeks of Christmas, something like that. The next 5 weeks, or even if you say the next 3 weeks, I'm giving you like basically like I want you to do more, but here's the bare minimum. The next 3.5 to 4 weeks, if you can really dial in consistently with your nutrition and consistently with your workouts, the holiday parties aren't going to matter. The maybe 5 pounds of bloat that you grab over Christmas aren't going to matter. You're going to have a transformation, and you're going to have a transformation at the toughest time of the year. And it doesn't matter if it's even, you know, I lost 2 pounds. over the next 2 months. It doesn't matter the number. It doesn't matter if like you're just looking hot in your Christmas thing that you dress up for your Christmas dinners that you go to. I used to be like, oh, but like I still make so many mistakes. Like I'm still learning, and I'm still not doing a great job at this, and I don't eat clean all the time and that. And what whoever it was, I think Ellie said to me was, she's like, but look at, like, you're still like 2 to 5 steps ahead of that person who's not doing anything right now.
Mhm.
And if you can show them that you're a couple of steps ahead of them, then you're giving them value and hope and all that stuff. Like they're going to look to you to be like, how can I be even those 2 steps ahead? But if you fall into the rut of peanut butter squares, that's my rut. Chris and I've already had a really stern conversation about what's going to be baked this year. If you fall into that like same mentality that you used to have, you have to remember that you have to be just a little bit better than, not even a little bit better. I want you to be better, but you know what I mean? Like, you can't be the same as the people that are going to be in our groups. I don't want to sound like a jerk, but it's going to sound like a jerk. You know, the people that are in our groups that you read their comments every day and you're like, more excuses, more just justifications for them doing what they want to do and choosing the easy thing. We've got to be at a higher level than that. And honestly, you want to be at a higher level than that. You do not want to, guys, like, everybody's got different goals. I've talked to pretty much everybody on here about what their specific goals are, you know, with their health, with their business, with their life. And I don't think a single one of you has ever said to me, like, I don't want to feel better. Right? And you're going to feel better if you do better. So we're going to do better. That's going to be our kind of our motto through, and not we are better. We're just going to do better. We don't think we're better. We know we're not better. We know we still have our rough spots, but you know, if we're coming out of it 8 out of 10 times ahead of the mark, then our friend who's where we used to be and is so desperate to change is going to see that, and we're going to be able to help them in 2020 or even at the end of 2019. That's kind of my 2 cents worth on that. I don't want to keep you guys because I know the call's coming and maybe you guys have stuff and that kind of thing. But does anybody have any questions? Or, like, I know Christine and Madison can't be on. If you want to type them, you're welcome to ask. The girls who came on a little bit later, I did press record. So like the first 5 minutes of this, you can listen to it. I just went through our calendar of what is going on and what my logic was kind of behind it. So you can see how I'm promoting things and just kind of how, like I said, I'm going to be working really hard for the next 4 weeks for sure. Like, so that I can take that week off at Christmas and not do anything much. Go lay down, honey. I'm coming. Okay, go lay down. You timing me? Okay, go lay down. 2 minutes left? Okay. My child. Okay. So first things first, where are you with your personal goals and your personal transformation? And if that's an area you're struggling, I've had this conversation with myself a lot, and I know I've had it with a couple of you guys too. When you're struggling, often you'll go kind of MIA, right? Everybody wants to hide a little bit when things aren't going smoothly. But again, there's power in vulnerability, and there's power in honesty, and there's accountability in honesty. Because the second, I know for me, the second I go hiding, all of a sudden I don't feel like I've put it out there and I need to be at a certain standard. I can kind of just keep, and I mean, you're not fooling anybody, right? Like, you're not trying to, but you're not fooling yourself, you know, but that extra level of accountability is gone when you kind of go MIA. So first things first, make sure that you have a good plan for yourself. If you know you have, you know, nutrition that you want to focus on, if you know that your workouts have sucked, if you're not enjoying your workouts, that's another big thing I'm going to tell you guys as coaches. That's why I plan my Christmas schedule kind of the way I do for workouts. It has to be something that I'm going to enjoy and I'm going to look forward to. Otherwise, at this time of year, it's just another thing to do. I don't want to do it. It doesn't get done. I have a million excuses. Then I start like dabbling between different Beachbody On Demand workouts, and then I'm not getting results because they're not meant to be done like that. Or if you know nutrition's your thing and you need to sit down and rewatch the 2B Mindset videos, or you need to start tracking again, or you need there's a million different ways. If you need to talk to me as a coach, coaching you on what your personal goals are, please, by all means, do that. And we can talk about that. No problem. If you're struggling there, but don't go missing. And then second is to kind of have a plan. How are you going to be adding value this season so that other people are going to, when they're ready, think of you, right? Like that's our number one goal is we're giving value, lots of value. We're letting them know we're here. We're letting them know what we're doing and what's kind of working for us. And we're also telling them honestly, like, okay, I'm struggling. Like, this is hard. Or like Jill did the best live video today in our last 60. I was like tagging everybody I could. I was like individual because it kept going enter. So it'd be like a next comment. I'm like, this is aggressive. But she told me that she was saying that to herself too. And if you have to sit down and have some tough conversations with yourself every single day for the next 4 weeks or so that you, and here's the secret too. If you go hard for the next 4 weeks, when you get to that Christmas week, you're not going to want to blow it all. You're not. And you're going to have the momentum of the new year to kind of snap you back. So it's really worth it. It's worth it. Did you want to say something, Jill?
I also think, Lynn, this time of year is the easiest time to, if you are someone who's like struggling with being vulnerable, this time of year is the easiest time to be vulnerable.
Yes.
Because everybody else is going to feel what you're saying, and people do not relate to someone who's just like killing it. No. At this time of year when it's really hard. Like nobody relates to that. Like, oh yeah, it's easy to get up when it's super dark in the morning and it's freezing and my bed is like super comfy. Oh, it's easy for me to like get up and do my workout. Nobody relates to that. Nobody's like, oh, sweet, that's where I'm at. But when you're like, oh, when I went into work today and there were treats everywhere, people are like, yes, girl. Like, yeah. So I do think if vulnerability is like where you're nervous, like this is the time to start trying it because everybody is feeling anything that you're going to say.
Yes, you're so right. That's a great point. Yes. And yes, because like I said, we're not talking about we are doing better or we are better. We are doing better in that, like, and talking about what you used to do and what you're doing this time around is very valuable. Like, hey, like I used to do this at this time of year. I'd eat like three trays of peanut butter squares in like days and be like, what happened? I don't know. So good. But now I'm like, okay, now I've got, Shakeology balls and I've got beach bars and I've got figured out some self-control and did some personal development, whatever it is. But like being vulnerable, being honest, not like, not just being like, look at me, right? We don't want those posts that are, look at me, I'm great. We want those posts that are, here's the story, here's the little bit of the struggle, but here's the power of coming through that struggle. Solutions. We're giving solutions.
I totally agree. Like I remember at the training we had with Ellie on the Super Sunday or Saturday, the only thing that not confused me, but when she said, girls don't want another girlfriend because they have enough people that aren't doing it right. They don't want to see your drinking pictures and because it's not. So now I'm having a bit of a hard time. Like I did post ice cream this weekend and stuff, but I want to be vulnerable, but I kind of understood what she said. They want someone they can look to. They have enough friends that are eating cookies with them, watching movies.
Yeah, but they don't want you validating.
Right?
Yeah. I think what she's trying to say is you don't want to be the one validating their poor choices. Mm-hmm. You want to be, like I said, that 1 or 2 steps ahead of where they are so that you can help them.
Yeah, sorry.
Debbie, I always think that you're really good at that too. Like you're good at saying, I had this, but I haven't completely fallen off the wagon. Like, here is what I'm going to do now. Like, here's how it's different. It's that piece, which it's not being like, oh, I went to the holiday party last night and had 10 glasses of wine and like, oh, YOLO, who cares?
Yeah.
It's
Or every night.
like, oh, I had one glass of wine and I'm going to get up this morning and I'm going to drink tons of water and I'm going to still do my workout and I'm not going to beat myself up about it, but I'm also not going to allow that to be the thing that now I don't do anything for 10 days.
Yeah, exactly. The extremes. And Ellie's market's also very different. Her niche would be very different than yours, right? Like yours is women who they've yo-yo dieted, they've gone through the deprivation, they don't want to hear about how Debbie's so you know, freaking snowflake over here doing her special thing, losing weight. They want to hear that you're real and this is what you're doing, and that, hey, you can still go out for beers or hit a bakery with your husband on a road trip and still lose weight and still feel great. Like I can give you specific examples. I know exactly what Ellie's talking about when she says that. And it's definitely not.
I took it in when she said it and I was like, oh, maybe I post too much of all the stuff I'm eating that's bad because it's life for me. But at the same time, I want to show them that I kind of do know what I'm doing.
It was definitely not.
And you have an epic transformation.
Yes.
So that's also, it's like hard to do that from an authentic place if you can't show that you do have like major change. Like you have an awesome transformation to share. So it's clear that you've made changes in your life.
Yes.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a good point. And it's you're fine.
I don't want to be just a girlfriend to them. I want to also be, you know, a little bit, like you say, 2 steps ahead a bit. But
and what's the difference too, right? Think about this with your friends. Like, do you have a friend who, when you tell them something's wrong, they're like, ugh, and blah blah blah, and like they're just like go on a bitch with you? Or do you have a friend that's like, well, how can I help you? Like, what kinds of, you know, what do you need from me? That kind of thing. But like, there's different friendships. So like, which friend are you going to be? And you are going to be a bit of an authority. And this time of year is perfect for that. Okay, awesome. I'm going to let you guys, did you have any more questions, guys? Or I'll let you go and then we can have a couple minutes before the call. I think it's supposed to be quick tonight. Ellie's off to Africa in a few days, so she'll be in a hurry. Thank you guys for jumping on. I know this is like the worst time ever, but I also didn't want to keep anybody up late tonight. So thank you. And if you have any questions, just either private message me or shoot them in our group chat, and I'll do a recording for this probably in the morning. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem.